Oh yeah, Diddy got a podcast.
Non-traditional trade lines. What are non-traditional trade lines?
Dang, yeah, Sydney's good for this one. So non-traditional trade lines. You got traditional credit, which is pretty much things that are going to show. I say it like this: things are going to show up on a credit report. People are like, "Well, shouldn't rent show up on the credit?" And I'm like, "No." So things that's traditional credit, that's car payments, that's your mortgage payments, that's student loans, any installment loans, that's credit cards,
Right.
so revolving debt, installing debt, mortgage payments, HELOCs, whatever you got there. That's like the secured debt, right?
Okay.
Non-traditional, on the other hand, is going to be rent payments, insurance. People are like, does your insurance not show up on your credit report? No, but we can verify that stuff. So say somebody comes up to me and they're a new first-time home buyer. They really don't have much credit, and by much credit I mean they got like one credit card, but it's like 8 months revolving. They've only had it open for 8 months. So our underwriters are going to look at that, and over time they're going to say, they have 8 months, revolving. So that's really not enough to show that you're credit worthy, for a
Right.
loan. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna ask if you pay rent, if you pay insurance. We're gonna ask about three more non-traditional trade lines that you pay, and you've at least had a 12-month history. That comes with usually it's rent, insurance, and it's not, we try and stay away like from Spotify, Hulu, like the $5. But if you're paying insurance or rent, and if you got something else kind of big that you're paying into that wouldn't normally show, that you have 12 months history, then we'll use that for non-traditional.
Oh, okay.
And it all comes down
I didn't
to,
know that.
no, yeah, I mean, it all comes down to, if you think about it, if you're wanting to lend a person money, would you rather lend somebody money that you only saw one time, or would you rather lend somebody money that you saw 1,000 times? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they made 1,000 out of 1,000 payments, or one out of one payment. Either way, you kind of get the same thing, but that person's going to come back tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow, and they're going to pay over and over and over
Right.
for 30 years, Or would you, I mean, even though they're still essentially getting the same thing, this is going to be something that usually people don't pay off right then and there. So
Right.
they need to see that you have some credit worthiness and some history on your credit report.
Right.
So that's
Thank
where they
you.
come from.
We spoke earlier about how there are many other people who aren't African American. There's Caucasians, I'm
Right.
sure Asians and Hispanics out
Right.
there who aren't educated on, the steps to buying a home. But especially for African Americans, because I know my family isn't very educated on this topic, or a lot of my family members aren't, and friends as well. I have some friends that are not. Is there something called first time home buyer courses or something like
Yes,
that they
sir.
can take?
Yes,
All right.
sir.
Can you talk about that?
So first time home buyer course, a lot of companies are doing them. You have like some mortgage insurance companies that are doing them. ADFA actually has one. The one that usually I recommend to people, I mean, they're all pretty much the same, but it's through a private mortgage insurance company called Essent, which is one of our PMI companies.
Okay.
And basically it's probably an hour long or so, depending how fast you are. But it's basically like everything you need to know for first-time home buyers. And it's this course that you just click through, answer little questions to know that you've been paying attention. That's the online version. We also, every quarter, we haven't did it in a while because of COVID, but every quarter we'll usually have a first-time home buyers actual class. And one of our lenders will be like they'll be there for, answering questions and stuff, but we usually team up with somebody and they'll actually put on the course, and it's like a full day, like a 8 to 3 course, on a Saturday. And they'll come and they'll answer every single question for first time home buyers, and you still get that same credit. All first time home buyers are required to either do the counseling online within the last 12 months, or the class, in person within the last 12 months, and you'll get a certificate to show that you completed your home buyer certificate course. So once you have that, then we can grant some loan types and loan programs strictly for first time home buyers.
How effective has there been a way for you all to see, depending on how many people took the courses and how that kind of converted to if they bought a home or not? Have y'all done any statistics to see how effective these courses have been compared to those who don't take the courses?
I tell you what, man, a lot of people are more comfortable after they at least just go to the course. They're more comfortable because you got, either at your own pace or somebody teaching you for 6 hours. I mean, I wish I had 6 hours in a day to just talk to one person, but
Right.
there's not enough time. But people that come to those classes, they get pretty much every question answered because it's tailored strictly to first time home buyers. They'll give you the information that you need that most first time home buyers are getting into. They'll talk to you about down payment assistance. They'll talk to you about saving your money. They'll talk to you about making your monthly mortgage pay, all that stuff that really you're like, well, that's common sense, but you'll be surprised. You know what I'm saying? You'll be surprised at what some people don't know. And so like that, those courses tremendously help a lot just because that don't know, they.
All right.